the Beyond Vaudeville program with your host Frank Hope and your co-host David Green, Party Man Baird Jones, Ethel Eichelberger, Warhol hero Taylor Mead, Jack the Stripper, and lots more. Beyond Vaudeville, P.O. Box 713, New York City 10024.
Okay, thank you and welcome once. Thank you and welcome once again to the Beyond Vaudeville program. Today, as you can see, we have many special, important guests. So we're going to get right to it. But first, I have to show you some new things that we picked up. One, this isn't new, but just wanted to show my my T-shirt from the Peter Frampton 1977 tour. And also want to show you a doll that's available down on 14th Street. And when you press his stomach, he talks.
Te voy a pedir finamente una cosa. No jodas más. No. Desde que llegaste lo único que haces es hablar mierda.
Okay. And also, the Doogie Howser guy from the TV. There's a picture of him from 16. And okay, and also, and lastly, the Nintendo comics now have a whole comic book with all the Legend of Zelda and all your favorite, the Mario brothers, all in there, all in that one book. Okay, David. So we do have a lot of guests, don't we? I'm not used to working with this microphone. Is that okay? Is that okay? Okay, let's get right now to our first guest. This show is a little unusual in that several of our guests are often thought of as downtown, they call them, because they do a lot downtown. And so we would like to start with one of the princes or kings of the downtown, Mr. Baird Jones. Please, welcome. Hello, Mr. Jones.
Well, I'm wearing my best downtown clothes.
Okay. Now, I'm not too familiar with the downtown, but I am familiar with some people we've had on our show. Little Mike, the Disco Dwarf, and Danny the Wonder Pony. They've been on, and you've worked with them a lot.
That's right.
Right. Now, as part of that, you worked with Little Mike with the dwarf bowling and tossing.
Yes, and midget bowling and dwarf tossing.
Mm-hmm. And did that go over pretty well? Some people are upset about that, right?
Yeah, he doesn't really like to have me emphasize that, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's now star of Twin Peaks, and I
Right.
think he considers it sort of the low point of his career.
Okay. And okay. Now you hand out a lot of passes, and how many of these have you handed out over the years? These passes. Any idea?
I'd say probably be well over 20 million.
Wow. And these mention the Beyond Vaudeville show, and you'll see us on the streets handing these out. Now, 20 million. And now you hand out the passes, and then the people come to your
right.
parties.
That's right.
And
anyone who's watching the show that would like to have an invitation, all they have to do is call this information number if it's on that pass, which is 468-2822. And mention that you saw it on the show here, so we'll know how many people actually watch this program.
Okay. Now you.
Not many.
Okay, David. Now you're like the Mayflower Madam, right? You were up from the Mayflower. Someone from your family was from the Mayflower.
That's right.
Boat, right?
I'm a lifetime member of the Mayflower Society.
That's pretty good, right? Are there many people that are part of that, or?
Well, it's a small number of people in the city here. There's quite a few people who live in Plymouth that are members.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. And now you, okay. Now you do a lot of art, a lot of things in the art world, right?
Mm-hmm.
You and anything? What are you up to lately in that area?
Well, I'm the curator of contemporary art at the Patterson Museum in Patterson, New Jersey.
Okay.
And right now we have a Gary Winogrand solo show up, the photographer. And I just finished curating a show at the New England Museum for Contemporary Art in Norwich, Connecticut, and we had Taylor Mead in that show, and it was very well received.
Okay.
I'd like to tell you a little bit about the history of my party giving.
Sure.
Okay. Well, you know, I started giving parties in 1975.
Right.
Shortly after the fall of Phnom Penh in Cambodia.
Oh.
Which upset me.
Okay.
And originally my parties were all black tie, and we used to do them at Max's Kansas City on Sunday nights. And then we were doing El Morocco.
Okay.
And then in the late 70s we switched over, we were at the Mud Club. And then we did Xenon and Studio 54. That was a big home run. And then I was at the Underground for 6 years, so I actually was not giving parties for 6 years from 83 to 87, except at the Underground with a permanent pass.
Okay.
And since then we've been jumping around quite a bit, and over 1 million people have come free to my parties.
And because of that, you've gotten so many write-ups. I just have page after page of all the times Baird has been in the news with your parties, and it's very impressive. But now you mentioned.
Well, now you know all my parties always feature free drinks for several hours, free food, and it's always free admission all night.
Okay. And well, I guess we'll learn a lot here about what downtown is, and we should bring out some of our other guests so we can keep moving along. Our next guest is very successful in the theater world, and let's please welcome Mr. Ethel Eichelberger, please. How do you do, Mr. Eichelberger? Nice to have you. Now, you know,
Here's your
that is your microphone there.
Thank
now,
you.
Of the many plays you did one called St. Joan. And what was that?
I wrote one called St. Joan, the Black-Eyed Susan play.
Okay,
yeah.
And you played St. Joan, or
no? Black-Eyed Susan did.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Black-Eyed Susan is a
is
friend.
An actress.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people in the downtown have unusual names, and like Black-Eyed Susan and Ethel Eichelberger. Now, how did you get the name Ethel? Name.
Well, I don't find it unusual.
Oh.
It's Ethel is a gas, and that's my name.
Oh, YL instead of EL.
Yeah.
So okay. Now, what are you up to? You're doing some movies now lately?
Well, I've done a few movies. I'm going to be in the new Oliver Stone movie.
Oh.
Actually, strangely enough.
And what is that going to be about?
Jim Morrison and the Doors.
Oh.
About that.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. And now you've done. How many plays have you written over the years?
Well, I've written about 35 actually at this point, and if you can remember any of them, you're doing very well. I produced them all in New York.
Okay.
All over, and mostly downtown. You're talking about downtown. I have one coming up at the Performance Space 122. Mm-hmm. That's 9th Street and 1st Avenue, which is like the heaviest drug corner in New York. Do you know that corner?
No. Oh, okay. And now I don't get to many plays, but I saw the Cats play in with the cats in the when everyone dressed in the cats, they sing the memory song. And now, do you do plays like that with the costumes and the music, or? No,
that's a successful play.
Oh.
I do more underground plays.
Okay. Now, you mentioned underground, and we do have Mr. Taylor Mead, who was known for underground films.
One of the great stars of the underground. Sure.
Well, if we could bring him out as well, and boy, what a downtown underground. All these new words we're learning today. Please welcome Mr. Taylor Mead to the Beyond Vaudeville program.
Hooray.
Hello, Mr. Mead.
Hello.
Now, maybe you could explain what underground. What does that mean? But what's meant by that? Is that you don't do movie underground, like really?
Well, as a movie star, I don't know how to put on a lavalier.
Oh.
Okay. Yes.
Now, what is meant by underground? What does that mean?
Underground means pre-Jim Jarmusch.
Okay.
It's something that hasn't quite taken place. It's now everything's involving everything because people are really learning the technique of making movies. So many undergrounders going overground, and the feeling of underground. It's just a spirit and a freedom that is involved, and the Anthology Film Archives downtown fortunately has preserved all of our films, and many of them I hope will be shown in the next 50 years or something.
Now, would we know a lot of your movies, or are they?
Well, you know my Warhol films,
Right,
but I
and-
made a lot of movies before Andy. But the Andy films, they will be shown very soon. Lonesome Cowboys is one that's shown the most often, I guess, and Chelsea Girls.
Right.
But I'm not in Chelsea Girls.
Now, my friend Bill Goodman was telling me that you had one time when you were working with Mr. Warhol, someone came in with and tried to hold up everybody.
He shot into the wall. This is 1964, about 4 years before Valerie Solanas shot him.
Right.
And he played Russian roulette with our heads, and then I don't know, something whipped up my energy or something, and I jumped him anyway, and somehow.
You were a hero?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I think I was stoned on Quaaludes at the
Oh
time.
dear. Okay.
But anyway, I was as far out as he was.
Okay.
I mean, even normally. So.
Now, do you?
I've been mugged 3 times this year, and I haven't fought back once. I think that's why I'm still alive. But I don't know. Sometimes I react. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I say, "Oh, what the hell," you know.
Oh.
'Cause I'm very sophisticated.
Well, usually if you're careful, like if you're going down a dark street, you should walk in the middle.
Not as
right?
sophisticated as this one. Oh, no, forget. It's a war going on out there, you know. So
Now-
you got to be careful. You got to check around behind you all the time.
You told us before we started that you like to walk your cats.
I feed stray cats,
Feed cats.
and I used to feed them at any time of day, night, 3 in the morning. But I've been mugged too many times. Now I try to feed them before sundown, before the vampires come out. You know.
Oh. Now do you three run into each other at all these clubs and things, or is that? No.
Well, I see Taylor quite regularly because whenever he comes to my parties, I give him $25.
Oh. That's a good deal. Yeah.
Not that I'm not
That's
wealthy.
the way it is
but
in the nightclub business.
Oh.
Not that I'm not. I just made a major motion picture, so I'm really quite wealthy. Except I didn't realize that the movie company didn't pay any of my taxes. So.
Oh.
And then I was scratched by a cat, and it cost me $10,000 to get over blood poisoning. I was in the hospital from a cat scratch.
Well, I'm glad we could have you here. Maybe you shouldn't feed those cats.
No, cats are fine. I've been scratched thousands of times and never had blood poisoning.
All right. David had prepared some questions, and I guess he wants me to ask them. Okay. Okay. Baird, I understand there was once an unfortunate incident at Roseland.
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 Well, I was telling David before, quite a few people have died at my parties.
Oh.
If it's sort of like Babe Ruth led the baseball leagues in strikeouts, if you do it long enough, all these horrible things do occur. And one incident we had at Roseland where someone had a heart attack on the dance floor and died, and there was no way to revive the person, so we ended up putting sort of like a tent-like kind of border that they had available, because these were much older people that were having the party, so they were aware of this risk and actually fenced the person off on the dance floor, and the dancing continued with like a radius of 30 feet around that corpse where no one really felt like dancing.
Oh.
And the party continued for a couple of hours before the ambulance finally came.
Well, this is why, my parents tell me it's crazy at night in a lot of these clubs, so I stay away from them, and maybe...
At Studio 54, we actually had some fatalities of people that died trying to crash the club.
Oh.
One guy got stuck in the air vent. He was in black tie, too, and his whole body decomposed, and it was like a week before anyone really knew what was going on because we had this horrible smell throughout the club.
Oh.
And then a couple of people died falling down the building because they were scaling from the adjoining building with ropes.
Oh.
And they had put barbed wire up on the building, and when they snagged it, they fell.
Oh.
That's like the Limelight, where the taxi cab ran into someone
Right.
waiting to get in.
Well, I wasn't working there that night. But
It's very wild, but I guess if you're careful, it's okay. Now, Ethel, you've performed with a lot of great people. You were with the Flying Karamazov,
Karamazov.
brothers.
I worked with Sting last year.
Oh,
You don't get any richer than that.
what was he like to work with? Was that?
He's lovely, nice guy.
Did he sing at all for
He
you?
did,
Or,
yeah,
or-
he has a beautiful tenor voice. Yeah.
and now, but going back years ago, I read that you would dance on bars. Was that something
I
you did?
still do when I can get to work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boy, this is a whole new world for our viewers that isn't often shared. And we are going to have another guest that we'd like to bring out to complete it and have everyone out here. He calls himself Jack the Stripper. And if we could welcome him now, please, to be on Vaudeville. Okay, hi, Jack. Wow, that's some outfit you have on there.
It's one of my flashiest.
Did you do that yourself, that jacket? Or?
No, friends of mine make them for me.
Okay. And now, I see one of David's questions here was, have you ever been arrested? You were arrested?
Yeah, several times.
Oh,
Strippers are famous for being busted by police since the year 1. And the first time was Youngstown, Ohio, on a ladies' night, where the owner said, we'll close the door and you can strip all the way, which is against the law.
Right.
It's a liquor and food law. But there was a female cop in there,
Okay.
posing as a customer. And they got me after the show.
just for doing your act, you
Nude.
weren't hurting anybody or anything.
No, but total nudity, it's a liquor and food law, you can't do it.
Oh, it's
You know,
not around the food,
total.
or
Yeah.
okay.
Second time was up in Montreal, Canada.
Right.
Yeah. And that helped me a great deal, though. The publicity was fabulous.
Now-
I stayed another 12 weeks,
Oh,
but had to cover up after that.
now have any of you others been arrested or had problems? Taylor, you were arrested for some.
12
That's an interesting
I've been in
question,
jail
David.
12
All right, all right.
I've been in jail 12 times, and since Mandela was here in town, I'm proud of it.
Okay, and all right now. Jack. When did you start doing your act?
About 17 years ago, I started.
Oh.
That was about the beginning of it. I was one of the first few started.
Mm-hmm. And it's a very unusual act you do, and we will be sharing that when the appropriate time comes. But now, David, you have a lot of suggestions for questions. Why don't you ask one of your questions if you'd like to? You write them all down and you expect me to do it, but why don't you? If you have a all right. So you don't want to. Now, Mr. Mead, you had hosted Saturday Night Live.
No, I was on the Gary Weiss movies at the end.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
now David wrote that you hosted it, and I shouldn't use your questions because they're wrong, David. You wrote that he hosted it.
No, Desi Arnaz was the host of my favorite program, and that's been repeated about 50 times. That was from 1976.
Desi Arnaz Sr.
Yeah, and John Belushi was on it, and Rosanna Downa, and all those people. And I was on the end talking to one of my cats.
Oh, and not the one that scratched you with the...
No, that was a cat on the Bowery. It had something on its claws. It was poisoned.
Oh.
But otherwise, don't be afraid of cats, because animals were here first. They're sacred to me anyway.
Oh.
And I only eat one hamburger a month, so.
And Ethel, have you done much TV work?
Actually, I've done quite a bit of television work. I was a regular on a 24-section children's show on HBO called Encyclopedia.
Oh,
I did that.
well, that must have
Things
been
like
fun.
that. Yeah,
A kid's show, and
and a few other things.
Baird, have you done much in TV or?
Well, I used to have my own cable show many years ago.
Oh, so this is a homecoming kind of.
First time in a while.
Okay. David, any other questions that you want to ask or no? Okay. Well, I guess what we'd like to do is have Jack perform his act, which is very special. Should we say what it is, Jack, or should we surprise everybody? How do you normally? Do people know when you're coming out what you're going to do, or?
Well, expect a short dance. Yeah, and then my fire eye.
Okay, well, you gave it away. Fire. He's going to light himself on fire.
Oh, no, he won't.
Ah, jeez.
Due to technical difficulties, that priceless bit of Beyond Vaudeville history is lost to us forever.
Darn.
But don't despair, we've got lots of fun footage from Frank Hope's big vacation throughout America's points of interest.
Wow! Yay!
Okay. This is Springfield, Illinois, and I got dressed to come here because this is out of respect for one of our great presidents. And this isn't just like Mount Rushmore or anything. This is a very special place because this is where Abraham Lincoln and his family are put into the tomb. It's supposed to be good luck if you rub a statue, if you rub a nose on a statue of Abraham Lincoln. I don't know why. I wish for... I'm not going to say what I wish for, because then it may not come true if I say what I wished for. He looks like Reagan with cancer on his nose. With all the rubbing, the way it came away. And this is the building. That's the tomb behind him. That's it. Okay, here's the tomb where he's in the tomb. And you're not supposed to talk when you're... I can talk here, but you're not supposed to talk inside. Out of respect for Lincoln. And let's go in the tomb. Hello? Hello? Okay, no one's in there. I think it's after 5 o'clock, so you can't go in. But they say they're in there. There are a lot of similarities between Abraham Lincoln and John F. Kennedy. And the similarities, the thing I know about Lincoln is that he and John Kennedy had a lot of things in common. They both had 7 letters in their names. Lincoln and Kennedy. L-I-N-C-O-L-N and Kennedy. K-E-N-N-E-D-Y. And also, they both, Lincoln had a secretary named Kennedy, and Kennedy had a secretary named Lincoln. And they're both on coins. One is on a penny, and the other's on a $50. They both had good heads of hair. Lincoln had one of those things that comes down in the middle, and it was balding a little bit on the sides. There are also other similarities. They both were assassinated, meaning they were shot before untimely. They were shot before their time. They were both kind of young. Like most presidents aren't that young. And Lincoln was tall, and John Kennedy was pretty tall. And they both had wives, and and they both lived in the White House. Mr. President Lincoln gave so many things to us that I want to give something to him in return. I'm going to sing for him by his tomb. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He has trampled through the footsteps where the grapes of wrath are stored. He has pulled the line of the powerful swift sword. His truth is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah.
Teacher hit me with the ruler. I'm sorry. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. I'm sorry, Mr. Lincoln. President Lincoln. Here we are in Custer, South Dakota, where the home of the Flintstones. This is where they really live, the guys you see on the TV. Fred and Bam Bam and Pebbles with her Orphan Annie eyes today, and Dino. And somebody parked in the way so you can't see everything. And there's a Dino, a big Dino statue right out there. Okay, this is the Bedrock train. Even though they didn't have a train on the TV show, this one here. There's Bedrock.
Boy, that was fun. Gee, it's really nice to get out in the fresh air once in a while. But now, let's join Frank and his friends back in the studio for more Beyond Vaudeville fun. This has been a Beyond Vaudeville road trip.
Wow, that sounds great.
Well, let's move on. Now, Baird, you had the opportunity of meeting one of my favorite stars, Christy McNichol. And what was she like? Any impressions or?
Well, you know, there are certain scandals there, perhaps, but I don't think we should get into those.
Oh, okay. Was she anything like Buddy on?
I think quite the opposite.
Oh, okay. Well, so now what's ahead, Jack? We'll see you. You'll be dancing, doing that.
Well, I just do private shows now because I have a day job, keeps me busy, so I don't travel anymore.
Oh, okay.
My road trips are over.
All right, and Taylor, now you're going to be doing a movie. You said you have a new movie, or?
Oh, I have a film. We're finished. It'll be out. It's with Donald Sutherland and Geraldine Chaplin, called Buster's Bedroom. It'll premiere in September.
Oh, okay. Well, that is exciting. And Ethel, you're up. What's up?
Well, I have
your way?
a play coming up in July at Performance Space 122.
Right, and
A play called Das Vidanya Mama.
Oh.
That we're rehearsing right now.
And what's that going to be about?
Well, it's a Russian play. It's a comic play, but it's set in Russia in 1870.
Okay. So very historical, I would imagine, and
hysterical.
Hysterical. Okay, and Baird, we'll expect you to be
Lots
throwing
of
your parties.
Right? 468-2822 for my pass.
Okay, and David, you'll be joining me on future shows as always, right? And maybe we could just close out with a song from. Well, we can choose from the Air Supply. Oh, is it no time? All right, we'll choose. We'll play the Air Supply album very quickly because I'm getting the finger to finish it. All right, and there we go.